everybody, I'm Cole with Rookie Ace, and we're here with another Wings of Glory Wednesdays. Today we are going to be going over the Hannover CL.IIIa. Oh my goodness, where to start with this plane? This thing is a holy terror to fight. It's, you'll see why eventually. But first of all, let's just look at the aesthetics and look of this plane. So it's a very, it's almost it resembles the Halberstadt two-seater as far as the top wing shape goes. But then you have like the smaller underwings, kind of similar to the Newport series. But as far as it goes, it looks fairly blocky. Like if you look at that fuselage there, it's short, it's stubby, and squat. Kind of a tubby little plane, you know. And then the tail's really interesting. You got two tail fins, and then the rudder's sandwiched between them there. Let's see if I can get it into the light a little bit better. Yeah, okay. There we go. And as far as the paint job on this airplane goes, I like it because, you know me, I like brightly colored planes. So, bright blue and the bright yellow nose. I mean, what's not to love? It's a crazy paint scheme. Love that stuff. But yeah, anyway, so you'll see that the cockpit is situated way down underneath the top wing. The pilot's got a lot of armor around him. He's nestled right down in there. And then you have the gunner kind of stuck out in the back, and the fuselage kind of raises up to encompass the gunner. So both of these situations provide a lot of padding around the observer and the crew. Yeah, so, and that is reflected with the damage points. So this plane can take 16 points of damage, which is quite high. Only the Breguet 14 has more damage points, and that clocks in at 17, so that's not even a lot more than this. So this is a very, very sturdy little plane, and its armament is nothing to write home about. It's got one machine gun in the front and one machine gun in the back. By way of review, that means they use the B damage deck. Let's see if I can find an example. Here you go. Got the old Wings of War B damage deck. And on a card-for-card basis, the B damage deck tends to deal less hit points per card. But it still has quite a lot of nasty special damages. I don't know if it's just me, but I find that I catch fire more frequently from the B deck than from the A deck. Again, I don't know if that's just me, maybe it's just my luck, but I have a suspicion that maybe you have a slightly higher chance of catching fire if you're shot from the B deck. Don't take that as gospel though, that may just be my opinion. Anyway, so let's take a look at this plane's maneuverability. Alright, so here we go. These straights, very straightforward, haha. Anyway, the straights are, again, nothing to write home about. It's kind of on the slower end of stuff, especially since this is closer to a late war airplane, I believe, mid-late war. And so, it's slower, and fairly unexceptional at that. And then you have the turns right there. So once again, nothing huge, just fairly predictable. I mean, it reminds me of the Pfalz D3 or the Roland as far as maneuver decks go. So that's pretty basic. Those mid-speed options where the plane's speed isn't so fast or so slow. I mean, it's decent, and it's versatile. You can do stuff with it, but it's not going to specialize in anything. But here is what makes it a holy terror to fight. What? Yeah, look at that. This is a two-seater, and it's got a steep, very tight turn in either direction. Yeah, and not only that, it's got an Immelman turn as well. Saints preserve us, this thing's a fighter in disguise. Wow. So this is what makes this plane an absolute nightmare to fight. I mean, you could literally form a squadron of these and have them go on a fighter patrol, and probably be more effective than just single scouts because you got a back gun as well as a front gun. I mean, it's just that good. I mean, you get a couple of these in formation, and they cover each other with the crossfire from their tail gunners, and anybody's got a serious problem trying to deal with them. I mean, most of the time you won't even be able to get out of their gun sights. Just very crazy. So yeah, this plane has lots of tricks up its sleeve. Unlike most two-seaters that when they're attacked they have to begin a long, laborious turnaround, this thing can either do an Immelman or a tight turn and immediately turn the tables, force an overshoot and be on your tail, and making you regret that you ever looked sideways at it. So the key to bringing these down, I think, is teamwork. You want to attack these with 2 fighters simultaneously, if possible, or possibly from above, where you can use the +1 firing rule if you're using that optional rule, and deal a little extra damage that way. I will note that this plane climbs on a 5, so its climb rate is unexceptional. Therefore, if you are flying an SE-5A or a SPAD, for instance, you can use your exceptional climb rate to get above this thing, and the key to it is just to keep attack from different altitudes. That'll help, because if you have A guns and he has B guns, which means you have 2 guns and he has 1, if you're at a different altitude and you're each trading 1 card of damage off at each other, then chances are you're going to be doing more damage than he is to you, which is good. And then if you have a good climb rate, you can come in like so, beneath him or above him, deal that 1 card parting shot, then hit a stall and dive and get on his tail to lay 2 cards and then dive away again, or something like that. You do not want to stick on this guy's tail for long, but use altitude smartly and dive in for that extra punch when you need to. Rounding things out, we do have the stalls. Very, very basic. And then, of course, you have the standard side slips and the climb and dive. But yeah, there you have it. The Hannover CL.IIIa. Very deadly airplane. Handle with caution. Anyway, I will be, in the future, I'm going to be making a video about the most effective two-seaters in the game. And I would love your opinions, so comment below on your thoughts as to what is the most effective two-seater in Wings of Glory, and why you think so. I'll be sure to read them and do some research and see if they are worthy indeed of inclusion. Anyway, until I see you all again, salute, and blue skies. Hey guys, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the shield in the top left corner. If you really liked what you saw and want to be a part of helping us make better content in the future, check us out on Patreon. Until next time, thanks so much for watching, and blue skies.